want to start an active shooter program, we need to scale up. And I tell them, like, look at it as two different things. And yeah, some of your guys are going to carry M4 mags, they're going to carry handgun mags, whatever in patrol. This is a separate capability. So when you field your active shooter kits, field them with additional magazines, field them with medical kits, field them with, with door stops. If your agency is using a clearing system, whether it's paint pens or whatever, like put that stuff into that active shooter capability and push those logistics forward.
So before you go too far, let's kind of explain that for people who don't know. So when we're searching during active shooters and we're clearing rooms and stuff, so we can mark where we've already searched for the people coming up behind us, you throw down these markers, whether it's a glow stick or whatever it is, and that's going to signify to the cops that come in behind you or SWAT or whoever it is, all right, this room's been cleared, because an active shooter, you're moving. You're not stopping. And then the door stops are to keep stuff behind you once you've searched closed and stuff to that nature. Am I correct on that?
Yeah. To keep things you want closed, and keep things you want open.
Yes. Because when we come across, sometimes you're searching, you're listening for the shots and trying to go to them, and you got doors that are shut behind you that are locked, and you can't get into them. So having the door stops there, so you don't have to worry about a threat sneaking up behind you after you've passed them, it's a good feature to have. So, but yeah, that has been one of my biggest bitches, gripes, complaints, whatever you want. Because as a cop, I see that we're getting this gear, and I'm like, awesome, this is cool. And then, you put it on. You're not putting it on over your other gear, because they're making sure it fits, and you're doing all this stuff, and you're not really thinking ahead. And then all of a sudden the moment comes, and you're like, oh shit, I need my gear. And I'm wearing a vest, and I'm like, well, if I take this off, I'm going to miss a bunch of stuff. So let me throw it on over top of my stuff. And you don't have time to sit there and switch things over. You don't have time to do any of that. So this is things to consider for other officers out there. Maybe listen, like, think about it. Like, think about this vest, this extra up armor piece that you have. Have you really thought it through? Because I didn't. I know I didn't. When I got it, I never thought of it until the moment came. And now, luckily, everything de-escalated. We didn't have to do anything. But I'm standing there just thinking, I'm like, I look stupid. And I have no access to a lot of the things that I need access to.
No, it's an unfortunate thing. We lack expertise to foresight and foreshadow things. And one of the big differences between elite units and non-elite units or patrol units or whatever is the elite units prepare for specific missions and think them through. Part of the challenge for patrol officers is your mission set is literally everything from a cat stuck in a tree
this wide,
to an active shooter, right?
Yeah.
Like, but you get to a SWAT team or a narcotics team or a counterterrorism team, like you start to narrow the mission sets, which allows them to get deeper expertise.
That's why they walk around like this.
Yes,
All
because they're walking.
You gotta have
they're
SWAT
walking.
hands.
Yes, 100%. SWATty hands are very important.
That is.
But these things occur very rarely. And because they occur very rarely, we don't think about them and we don't prepare for them. And we also don't learn the lessons of the last one, right? Like when Columbine happened, everybody said that'll never happen again.
Yeah.
And then Uvalde happened and everybody said, oh my God. And that is with a lot of prep, right? I mean, the state of Texas is more prepared for active shooter. Yeah, literally the Alert Center is based in Texas, right? You have one of the strongest tactical associations in the world in Texas with TTPOA. And still, here we are. Yeah. Now, part of that is a lack of preparation, and part of it is we are down selecting leaders in law enforcement who have stayed out of trouble and are good managers.
Thank you. Somebody said it.
No, I tell you, man, I was on a podcast a while back, and I said, part of the problem right now is that we are down selecting golden retrievers and thinking we're getting Belgian Malinois.
Right. Yeah. It's weird to say, and this is just my perspective and, almost 18 years of law enforcement, but I want the guy that's been in trouble at work a few times. I want the guy that's had his hand slapped out in the field for trying to do police work. And they grow from it. They know, I don't want the Boy Scout to be my leader necessarily. Or if it's going to be that guy, if he has to be the face of the department, let that dude at least have the wherewithal to put the guys in charge of the units and the training that can get the job done and go say, "Hey, I understand this is not my skill set. I'm more of the community side, which is great, but I'm going to entrust the people that are good at the other side of the enforcement side to go do that." Because you do need both in police work. Military is a different story, but in police work, yeah,
No, I think that one of the problems we have in law enforcement is that the community views cops as kind of a monolith. Like, I want an officer who's good as a school resource officer and is a very nice person and he's never rude to people and he's never aggressive
yeah.
until there's an active shooter. And then I want a stone cold warrior.
I want a Navy SEAL.
Yes, I
Yeah,
want a Navy SEAL. I want friggin' Chris Kyle to show up immediately and
right,
deal with that situation immediately. And we don't understand that golden retrievers are golden retrievers because they're nice and they're friendly and they like everybody.
right.
And Belgian Malinois are Belgian Malinois because they were purpose built.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and and I think that as a society, we need to start deconflicting these things. We're in this big, anti-militarization of law enforcement. Like the state of California, we tend to lead the nation in stupidity.